My name is Sarah Uwadiae, and I'm the costume designer for Wedding Band by Alice Childress. The play is about Julia, the main character's experience within her society at that time. She was not able to marry the person that she loved because it was against the law, simply because he was a white man and she's a black woman. And that alone kept them, kind of systematically kept them apart. And it just is a play about her kind of fighting for her love, but losing at the end of the day. It's so gut-wrenching. You will need a water break while you read it. It's so intense and intricate. And Alice Childress just did a fantastic job of telling that story. Sam, the director, came up with this idea and feels very inspired by this. And of course, it inspired me as a designer working with her of this song, Jacob's Ladder. She just made this beautiful note of how all the characters are trying to climb Jacob's ladder within this play on different levels of that socio-economic ladder. Princess, the white kid that Maddie is babysitting, will probably be on the highest rung of that ladder. Her parents are wealthy, and she's white. And then, there's Fanny, the landlady, who considers herself the representation of her race. And so with her costumes, we're trying to give her that air, right? Where she is really arrogant and looks down on everybody else. And so she's also on a higher rung. And then there's Julia, who works for herself and makes clothes and is kind of in high demand. And there's Maddie and Lula, who are also business owners at that time, making flowers, making candy, babysitting kids, but are also kind of on lower rungs of the ladder. And the different characters find themselves within the play on different levels, trying to make a living, right? Trying to live life, trying to move forward. Working on this play, designing it and creating the looks for the characters in the play has been an interesting process and kind of fulfilling for me. There's the historical context of the play. There's the play itself and its context and content. And then there's the director's vision that, of course, I'm working within of creating the world of this play and helping to tell the stories of these characters through their costumes. Most people in this play are working class, they're poor, so even though the play is set in 1918, they will not be wearing the fashion of 1918. They will be wearing things from years before, things that were possibly gifted to them, passed down from a grandmother, from an aunt, from a mother. Julia, the main character, is a seamstress. She makes clothes, and so as an artist, she is a walking billboard for her work. So her costumes would be more within the 1918 period. And she is more well-to-do than a lot of the other characters in the play, even though they're all, they all have agency. They're all choosing to, take hold of their reality regardless of what is thrust upon them by the society that they live in.